Hey, ooh boy, I got that music going. How you doing, folks? It's Monday, 30th of October, day before Halloween. Big deal. Oh, people, what's going on? Yeah, this daily video thing is a bit of it's a sort of a grounding thing to do, to kind of just say hello. I mean, talking about the records and music is quite fun for me. It really is my primary interest in life, so it is fun to share that with you. But there's another aspect of just checking in a way, and just saying hello, and I don't know, it feels good. Feels good. So hello and cheers. This cup could be a little sweeter. I like it with cream and sweetener, brown sugar, sometimes honey. So music, that's the main thing. Bought some used records yesterday and one new record. But recently, did someone ask me about this band? I think so. The Radio Department. Someone in the VC turned me on to this band, or someone sent me the CD of Pet Grief years ago by the Radio Department, and I kind of liked it, but when I heard this album, Clinging to a Scheme, looks like someone's doing a shotgun out of the barrel of a gun, possibly. I love that picture. This album is killer. It's again an example to me of a band and a sound where it's like, this is just like 10 out of 10 for me, and I think it's excellent, and yet they're virtually unheard of it outside of certain circles of people who know about them. The words are not, snatches of the words have meaning for me. It's the sound of the melodies, the sound of the band. I like the sound of this band, but the delivery of the vocalist is such that I can put myself in that place and feel the vocals. You know what I mean? It's not the words, it's the timbre of his voice and the delivery. I feel it. So what I was playing when I stopped the music just now was Radio Department, a song up here that is really good called Swedish Guns. I don't know what Swedish Guns is about. I sure do like the groove on that and the melody. Running Out of Love. And I don't know why this is just a regular price, but I check prices for, it's fun, and also I like knowing. I don't know why this album goes for $100. I don't. But it's a very good album. A very good album. So yesterday I made more improvements. Yes, improvements on the two tracks that I started this weekend. One that I shared with you, and then another one which, it's a Hosono track, but I'm making it my own. You know, I'm not doing what he did with it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, 3 records yesterday from Homer's. I got this one, The Best of Billy Cobham, number 1, because it was very cheap. I've had the CD for a long time. I have all the albums that these songs are from, but this is a real clean copy, and I've had the CD Best of for years. So I said, well, heck, I can have the album now. And I played it just, because that's why I like records. I like to play them. I like to drop the needle. I've always liked the Atlantic label, and this record is in great shape. And his album Spectrum, to me, is a landmark fusion album. The way it starts with Jan Hammer going absolutely crazy, with Billy Cobham's manic, precise, pummeling drums. And then by the time we get to Tommy Bolin's guitar solo, it's just excellent. So I got that. The other used record I've been after this album for a long time. I don't have a complete Stevie Wonder collection because I don't need all of his records. He's got a lot. I have his prime releases, what I consider his best albums. I now have them all. It took me forever to get this album. And I just really was late to the game on Talking Book. I got one that's got the Braille on it. I don't know if they continued to make them with the Braille. They probably did, but it's been forever. I've been trying to get, and this is a fairly decent copy. It's got ring wear. It's got wear on the cover. Most other times that I've found it in recent years, it's been trashed copies. And it's got the original insert. And this is a super clean copy. Super. I've always loved the Tomla Motown Gordy Records labels. I've always loved the design. And this, if you don't know this album, this is absolutely a classic of any genre of music. This is just one of the greatest albums. The way it starts settles the score. You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Just about anybody you can think of would wish they had written that. And if that didn't get you, turn it over and play the first song. Superstition, okay? Class is in. You want to learn about funk, about groove, about master composing and expression. This whole album, but Superstition, is untouchable. A lot of people have done versions of it. No one can, I have yet to hear a version of Superstition that outdoes the original. I'd like to hear, not to say that it can't be, but you understand what I'm saying. The original is so potent, so potent. Good coffee. I kind of enjoy waking up in front of you. I thought it was funny that someone had to comment that, oh, I like those vocals on Try Something 21. That's not what I said. I said the vocals are really the vocalist on almost all the records I have. I have several by them. He has difficulty with his pitch. That's the term, pitch, okay? That's fine about loving the vocals. I'm just stating a fact. Bro has on all of their records, he has great difficulty finding that note. That's all. When I say stuff like that, and also, my ongoing about the Rolling Stones, I'll talk about them as much as I fucking want to, okay? I'm objective. That's why I give my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion, but it is an informed opinion. I know music pretty well, but it's just my opinion. I said it in the last video. We all experience life uniquely. Our perception is our reality, and no one's reality is the same. Why is that so hard to understand? So, the one new album that I got, I'm glad I grabbed it yesterday. I was sitting on the fence when it came out on Friday. I would love the deluxe well, in some ways I would like the deluxe version, but I don't want to spend on it. So They only had one left, so I'm glad that I went ahead and decided to go down to the store yesterday to pick up Talking Book, because I asked them to hold it for me. They only had one of these left. Diamonds and Pearls, just released on vinyl. Now, again, I'm going to be giving my opinion. I'm not doing anything wrong, okay? So if you don't like my opinion, just realize it's just Dereck saying his thoughts, okay? So I like about a third of this album, and Diamonds and Pearls, the single, is one of the highlights on this album to me. Beautiful song. But overall, this is from a period of Prince when he was trying to relate to the changes with hip hop. And in my opinion, the rapping on here is terrible. Almost all of it sucks. Okay, that's my opinion. And there are some songs on here where it's like, man, this is like super jive. But that's fine because we from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Which is basically what the music sounds like. Yeah, we're black. We're from the hood. And this is what we're about. Even Tommy Barbarella with his white black ass. It's not a diss. It's a comment. Happy to say that, I met Michael Bland, the drummer with the big hat back there. Was it the last time I saw King Crimson? I went up to Minneapolis to see them. And great show. Bill Bruford on drums. Show is over. I get up to go and look behind me. Who's sitting behind me? Michael Bland. You don't think I didn't stop and bug him for a few minutes? Sure did. And what was interesting is that I was the only one. I guess maybe because he's local, It was so obvious. That's Prince's drummer. And nobody was bugging him. I didn't bug him, but I told him, hey, I'm in town from Omaha. You were bad. And to see you at a King Crimson concert? Oh, hell yes. This is what a plus. So Money Don't Matter Tonight is another great song on here. There are some jive songs on here that are just really like, ugh. So in that sense, if the vault tracks that go with the deluxe edition of this, if they're mainly from that period, I don't need those. I do love this plate. It's a really nice, whoever's cutting these for NPG, good plant. And I love that marbly, almost like pearl. Yeah, folks, I do actually, not a whole lot, but when I feel like it, I stop and look at the record. I appreciate the artistry of the manufacture of records. And it does go back to my childhood, how I was fascinated with records. When I was a little kid, around 5 or 6, not really understanding what I had yet, I'd get new records and they'd be new and they'd be new and they'd be new. And I'd get to the point where I said, well, this is looking too new. I got to scuff it up. And so I would literally take the record and throw it out in the yard and step on it and scuff it up to make it look old, like the records that my parents and people had. I was a child. What are some other records sitting out that got played? Okay, let's talk about favorites. This is one of my absolute favorite albums. I love this music. It has inspired me. I don't sound like this, but this approach to ambient music. Steve Jansen and Richard Barbieri. You folks know that I interviewed Richard Barbieri about a year, maybe a year and a half ago on my channel. Check it out. They're from the band Japan and Porcupine Tree, Dolphin Brothers. This is him and Steve originally from the band Japan. I like this more than most Japan albums. And this is the reason why I got into Porcupine Tree, was following their work. When I saw that Stephen Wilson was working with them, and then he got them on a No Man album, that was it, okay? This is a gorgeous, and I have 2 versions of it. The Japanese has a different cover. Oh, this is fantastic. And there's a short film. Really, there's nothing to watch. It's like this. This is a still from it. Like people on the moon, I guess is what it is. The music sends me to the moon. That's one of my favorite albums. Steve Jansen and Richard Barbieri. I hold them in high regard. This is a fantastic album, and I decided to play it because of the title, October. October is almost over. October Variations by Volker Kriegel and Mild Maniac Orchestra. German jazz rock guitarist with a really lovely tone, immediately recognizable. Once again, the mark of a great musician is recognize him immediately. I recognize Volker Kriegel's playing immediately, and his tone. This is badass. It's pretty fusiony, and the ensemble playing where they do that tight sort of thing that not like Mahavishnu, but Mahavishnu took it to the nth level of tight interplay. There's a lot of that on here where it's like, oh man, that's good. Everyone is like, bam, right on it. I love that. What else? Is there anything else? Oh yes, and this. Hadn't played this forever. This is not consistently great. There's greatness on here. But more so, what these guys were doing was a signpost for other musicians. Brian Eno with Dieter Moebius and Roedelius, After the Heat. This is an original on Sky. You know, I forget the title. The Bell Dog is my favorite on here, where Eno sings. It's a real wonderful album. Wonderful. I haven't played this in a long time, but it is. It's an amazing album, and that's what I have sitting out. Yes. So I hope that it's a good day for everyone. Thank you for the order. I'll lay off today, and as we get closer to Friday, I will be wrapping up, asking folks to please show some support for my channel. Interesting, some new viewer or someone come along recently talking about, where can I find your mission statement? What mission statement? What the fuck? This is my life. I'm sitting up here in my house talking about music. And the fact that I talk about what I care about, why does that strike you as me being on a mission? I guess the mission is to be a decent human being and talk about that, because we have a lot of folks talking about being indecent and greedy and afraid, which is what the GOP is all about, white fear. That's some fucked up shit. So I'm just at home talking, and when complete strangers come and leave comments where they've been triggered, I just erase them because it's rude and you're out of line. I don't even know you. If we were friends and talking in real life, that'd be different. But somebody I don't even know who the fuck you are, and you come over here spouting some shit at me. What? Think about that in real life. This is what happens in bars all the time, where people end up popping each other in the mouth and getting into fights and stuff. Don't be stupid, okay? I'm not being stupid. I'm being Dereck. I'm just sharing my thoughts. Right? And hurting nobody. Got a lot of stupidity. It's part and parcel of the times that we live in. But so that's why I kind of speak up, because it's like, I don't want to be like that. I want to try to be woke. Have a good day.